Have you ever looked around your home, school, workplace, or community and asked yourself, how did we get here? Into some difficult situation that felt overwhelming and confusing, in which you are just not sure about the right way forward? So maybe there's something missing in the way that we've been thinking about adult and child well-being and how to address resiliency and a wide range of challenges that we are experiencing locally and across the globe. You've heard about physical health. You've also heard about mental health. But I think there's something we've been overlooking, and that's the issue of relationship health. Now, I think relationship health is a pillar that we can no longer ignore. Now, as a clinical psychologist and an experienced teacher, because I could not figure out what we were missing, I decided to go back to the research to see what it was actually telling us. I was amazed to discover that decades of research are pointing in the direction of the importance of relationships. So the question for me was, well, why aren't we talking about it? Then I discovered that we didn't have this term, relationship health. Now, when we have this term, something exciting happens. It allows us to bring together work that's been progressing in all sorts of ways, in all sorts of parts of the community, where people have been saying to themselves, I know relationships matter. Just imagine what would happen if we brought all that experience together into a shared focus on improving relationship health in our homes, in our schools, in our workplaces, in our communities, and the way that we think about addressing some of the international and global challenges. Relationship health as a way of thinking about challenges that some people know a little bit about, some people know a lot about. But there's a really important key idea, and that is what I call an I Matter approach. Now, the I Matter framework is something I developed, which is just a practical way of bringing together all that research. But there's also something else, which is about the action that you can personally take to make a difference in your home, school, workplace, or community. We all have different roles, and in those different roles, there are things that we can't control, and there are things that we can control. We would really love it, wouldn't we, if other people would make some changes? But we can only do what we can do in our own role and setting. Yet when we understand an I Matter approach, we can look around and we can think, okay, what can I do that doesn't require other people to change, but that can move us in the direction of more of what I want to see? I think the vast majority of us want to see more relationship health. Relationship health doesn't mean that we don't have conflicts. Sometimes conflicts are really important, they're necessary, but relationship health gives us a way of thinking about how to manage that conflict process, how to work it through, how to address challenges and difficulties that we need to talk about. It's an exciting way of bringing change about in a wide range of roles and settings. So if you believe that relationship health deserves to have more recognition, I would love you to subscribe and join us in our movement to get this issue talked about. Perhaps together we can make a difference.